Hello, and welcome to this demo. In this video, we'll demonstrate how Symantec's inline threat protection and embedded remote web isolation work together to secure access to private applications, especially when users connect from bring-your-own-device environments. Let's begin with the user experience. The device we're using is basically a bring-your-own-device because it doesn't have any kind of agent installed. I'm accessing a private web application just by simply entering its URL. Behind the scenes, the application is cloaked from the internet using our ZTNA service. We can see that I'm seamlessly redirected to authenticate via Azure AD. Once authenticated, I'm connected to the application despite it being hosted 6,000 kilometers away. Even with that distance, the user experience remains fast, smooth, and responsive. We can go to some library here, there, and open some files and see how it responds. So that's how application protection actually works. The application feels just as seamless and responsive as native access. However, the key difference is that the application response never actually reaches my device. Thanks to remote web browser isolation, no metadata or content is rendered locally. When we hit Ctrl-Q, we can see here that the content is streamed, not delivered, meaning nothing sensitive lands on the endpoint. This effectively prevents the exposure of potential attack vectors. Now, let's try copying some text from the page. As you can see, this action is selectively blocked based on the policy, preventing unintended data leakage while still allowing legitimate use. Next, let's try downloading an iCar test file to simulate a malicious file download. As expected, the download is blocked. Instead, the user sees a clear error message explaining that this operation is not authorized. And it's important to highlight here that this access is happening from a bring-your-own-device, one that's unmanaged and potentially vulnerable. Now, let's take a look at the logs. Here we can see full metadata for the blocked file download, including the attempted action, user identity, application accessed, and policy enforcement details. Here we can see that the file has actually also been inspected for DLP, but because it is compliant, it was allowed. However, for the threat inspection service, the verdict for the attempted iCar file download was blocked, so the download was not permitted. Now, let's take a look at the policy configuration that made this possible. In this policy, both threat inspection services and web isolation are applied to requests matching this specific URI pattern. This powerful functionality is delivered as part of managed services, so there's no need for third-party integration or additional infrastructure. With inline inspection and remote web isolation, Symantec delivers seamless and secure access to private applications, protecting users, data, and applications in every session. Thank you for watching.